What up?
All right, and then we're live.
And we're
Recording.
live. We're live.
Welcome back, Dakota, for the probationary period for potential full-time third mic.
Glad to be back. I had to prove myself today.
Prove himself. Oh gosh.
I mean, he is a Bears fan, so
Oh,
you know.
at least we won this week.
Yeah, at least we won this week.
Shots fired.
It happens. How you feel about that game?
About your game or my game?
The Packers game.
Well, we're gonna get to my game because I'm pulling up my notes here because we're
so
real
just
journalists.
so everybody knows, both Dakota and Robbie have notes this week.
Because I'm excited about what we
Yeah,
did.
we had
Get
those. Yeah.
us
Yeah, notes.
patched.
I mean, we're
We'll get-
prepared.
we'll
Where are your
together.
notes? Exactly.
All up here,
Oh, he said steel
Yeah,
trap.
I'm spitballing.
off the cuff.
Yeah, well, he is a coach. He has to remember stuff. I'm sure
Yeah.
you can remember notes of games.
Yeah.
True.
I remember certain things. Yeah, I just
So-
remember that dub.
So no, it was not a fun weekend for me, Dakota. How about you?
It was a good weekend for me. It was great. I mean,
Was it? Who'd you guys play?
I mean, we did play the Giants.
You played
But
the
we-
Giants.
You played the whole AFC.
I mean,
Mostly. I mean,
I'm just saying. You guys played the
I
Giants?
thought you were mocking me. You know.
No. What's the score? What was the score?
It was 19 to 14. It was 19 to 7. It's like the
for,
last two.
for a
minutes.
hot second though, I was worried for you. Like I'm not gonna, and I'm not trying to like rip on you, but like I was worried for a minute. I was like,
I was at the very end. That's the way it always happens. I mean, and Nagy play calling.
Man, Nagy.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Bears won. Packers got blown out like a porn star's asshole. So I mean,
What?
going
all in
hard.
all,
in the
I
paint.
mean,
Man, this is gonna be a rough episode.
Going hard
But
in the
this
paint.
also could
Dakota.
be our best one.
Could be.
It's also a fair assessment.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, I think the
win is a win.
49ers are proven. I mean,
Yeah, I could just go ahead and start into my game. 'cause
why don't you start?
Yeah.
Let's
Since
lead.
I-
Let's lead with this.
All right, so yeah, I mean, going into San Francisco off 2 weeks, I expect a lot more than 8 fucking points. Even if we were destined to lose, I expect to lose maybe by 20. I guess if we're going to
Close
consider
game.
that and outscored. Like even if it was 20-0, like sure we're held scoreless, but we only held them to 20.
Yeah.
But we got smoked.
I thought for sure, like I picked the 49ers last week. I thought they were the better team. I thought they showed some more more
They're a
things.
better team for sure.
I thought it was gonna be a game though. Like
Mm-hmm.
There was a reason they got flexed. I thought you see some
See,
fireworks.
that's the thing too. Like it got flexed. I'm not saying that obviously had anything to do with it, but I mean, we have a younger team now, and I'm not saying that they didn't show up. They looked more alert than they did against San Diego because half the team was hungover in San Diego. But
California is not your state.
no, it really is for whatever reason, and
Oh,
it's
It's too liberal.
we're gonna maybe I guess I don't know Wisconsin's political standpoint other than
I'm
cheese
Can't be
and Aaron
good.
Rodgers.
It can't be good.
Aaron Rodgers for press.
So, but that like I said, 2 weeks, and that's our best performance with pretty much an NFC juggernaut right now. It's the Saints and Niners.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah, I remember like when you said that you think you could beat them all.
well, like I said, I
Not
feel
that it'd be easy,
I
but
think
like,
he was saying if
we
they
can play
you can
with
play on their level.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
but-
saying. How do you feel after this weekend and after
No.
that?
right now on Baker's hot streak, he could probably take us. Like, and I don't even know what the real problem is. Obviously, as I'm digging into my treasure trove of notes here. But a big problem for me that I'm noticing, and I've talked about. Oh shit! Just smacked my mic again. It's 2 weeks. New
Mic
record. So, but Blake Martinez, man, is a joke in coverage, and I think the guy is an awesome football player and he's a great tackler. But tackling is not the only thing in the NFL.
Right.
And I mean, if his job was to only blitz or maybe man coverage like a tight end, and he could actually cover that guy,
Stop the run.
athletic
Yeah, exactly.
tight end.
right?
Didn't you send me this week like tight end coverage?
Oh,
this-
I'm gonna get into that.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah, I'm gonna get into it.
in case
And
you didn't write it down.
I'm prepared.
That one's not in the notes.
Listen, he's not trusting our notes, man. You've
Hey,
been
I'm
here for one episode.
Trust the notes.
He's been here for. I don't even introduce
I
what
wrote, this shit,
episode.
I wrote this shit in traffic. I mean, that's just
Six?
little
Is
thoughts
this
I had.
officially
I'm
6?
pretty sure this is episode 6, but we'll get to that. So, anyway, yeah, but Blake. So on that George Kittle touchdown, everyone is ripping into. We could have had T.J. Watt. Like T.J. Watt was not gonna make that play any better in that scenario. I hate to break it to y'all, because if we don't have Kevin King, we probably have Josh Jackson, and he's pretty terrible. But it wasn't even King's assignment. It was Amos's. We're running a deep 3. He's supposed to come down and guard over the middle. Kittle broke coverage. I mean, Kittle's an all-pro. Well, I don't know if he's been an all-pro tight end, but he's a dominant tight end. And
Kittle might be the most explosive tight end in the league right now.
I mean, Travis Kelce, right?
Travis Kelce,
Sure.
I think this year hasn't been the same player he has been for the last two. So I mean,
He's been active, just not as big of a scorer, right?
yeah, I mean, once you get the game film on
Episode
players.
6, counting by 7, by the way.
once you get game film on anybody in the NFL,
It's over.
Yeah.
Not over, but
the great ones still do well, but you're not going to have that like surprise you like, oh, by the way, like.
and the thing that kills me is like, and I met Oren Burks, super nice guy, but he ain't done anything for us. Like that's been a problem is middle linebacker. And then for me, any wide receiver depth past 17, it's a joke right now. Lazard I feel like has the ability to make plays. Matt LaFleur in his post game and even earlier this week but today he had talked about taking a lot of the blame for the play calling. He said,
Respect, by the way, respect from the head coach, like who's done really well so far, and said, "Hey, I got my guys back. My bad. Like, I didn't call my best game.
We didn't. Yeah, I mean, and they pretty much went around the bush about trying to feed it to Devontae and stop taking it from Aaron Jones because if Aaron Jones doesn't get receptions with a ball, it's not a good
don't feel
game.
the same way you did about MVS at the beginning of the season.
Exactly. Like that's the thing is at this point MVS isn't producing, and I ain't about it. Like I'm just saying he can
hit
go
that plateau.
Yeah,
I don't want to say
I'm not saying he can like get let
You've never
go.
been so high on MVS
Well,
where
yeah,
you're
that's
like,
like-
oh my gosh, he's
Right.
but you've been like, he's
You trusted
solid.
him.
Yeah,
He's solid.
yeah,
I
exactly.
trust
I trust him to do a job,
Yeah.
right?
I
The
trust him to take the
touchdown,
next step.
the
I trust him to
touchdown
do-
at this level is inexcusable.
Yeah.
Because
He's still young, but I mean, 1 year he's
I understand,
yeah.
but and I don't know what type of receiver he really is yet because he hasn't been in a lot of like prominent roles and he really hasn't caught a damn thing this year. He has one touchdown, I think, and it was on a free play. But your body goes limp there. I guarantee you, Geronimo makes that catch because I'm still a fan of Geronimo, even though he ain't done shit. But Geronimo would make that athleticism. Devontae makes that catch. I don't want to say like Jimmy Graham makes that play, but I think he has the knowledge to know that he's at the back line. And at this point with MVS, like I don't want to say he didn't try, but it's poor effort.
You
Yeah,
try
very
more.
proprioception, I think, is a very technical term, like your kinesthetic awareness of where you are in time and space. But
Okay.
English, please.
Just because you're a doctor, you don't have to come in and
I'm not a
flex.
doctor. No, no.
Fuck it, I know Latin.
No, that's
I went
probably
to medical school.
That's the coolest thing I could probably ever say. So you're welcome,
You
everybody.
could have said
Damn.
you caught a shark, but you didn't. So
Yeah,
that'd have been
Say that in Latin.
Yeah.
Next year I'm lying.
Well, I wanted to ask both of you all after this week, how do y'all feel like what's one thing that you like about your team that makes you feel confident with them going to like the last 2 games of the season, and the one thing that makes you worry?
All right. 12.
Especially after this.
So
You're going to say that. Our Lord and Savior.
So 12. All right, 12.
Like everything else goes wrong,
12,
he's there.
12 and 33 together. Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, pretty much.
Was Balaga out for? How long is he out for?
I don't know.
Oh.
But then that's what I was gonna say. What worries me is now middle linebacker and depth because Alex Light is trash.
Yeah.
Which was gonna lead me to my next thing. But go ahead.
But even still, again, record 8-3.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
So
I'm disappointed for sure.
they didn't show up in a primetime game, which is worrisome. However, they're 8-3 and undefeated still in the division, right?
It was still a great team.
Yeah,
That
so,
counts for a lot too.
We're a good football team. We're not elite by any stretch.
I think that's there's some point like where it's like, okay, right now you have a great chance of making the playoffs. Can you do some damage in the playoffs? Yes. Could you be a one and done? Could you lose the first round? Yes, all those things are possible. But like right now in the NFL, like there's I think probably the two best teams, 49ers, Saints in the NFC.
Seahawks are in the mix.
Seahawks are
They
solid.
give up a lot.
I'm not really sold on them yet.
Yeah.
I think they're there. I mean,
Too many
they're
close games against bad
they're
teams.
that next level team. I don't think they're
They're going to be the gatekeeper in the wild
They're
card.
like the
potentially.
Chiefs in the NFC right now.
so. and then in the AFC, like I'm not like the Ravens. I think are top.
Hell yeah.
The Patriots right now, until proven otherwise, like
Look,
still get that
If
nod.
they get back on track,
We're going to get to
then-
Axon Jackson. We're going to get to him.
But,
dude is-
I mean, there's four teams, three teams. like for me, I'm still not sold on New England. I think until proven otherwise, they're still there.
I want to see y'all's next game with them.
But for there's 3 teams like right now that I'm like, okay, I would bet on them to win the Super Bowl. Like right now, at this point, like from the AFC, like Lamar Jackson is hot.
Saints Ravens Super Bowl would be.
I mean, that would be solid.
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, and then 49ers.
I mean, I said at the beginning of the year that title for Green Bay I thought was too high a ceiling. Like,
yeah. And you said that. You said, conference championship would be like your like dream right now.
Sure.
This year.
NFC championship game would be gas, 100%. But I think division champs and then first playoff win. So I guess if depending on our seeding then, which would put us immediately at divisional, then if we won a game, that would be NFC championship. So there's a mix of how it could work. We could also shit the bed in the back end of the season, just leaving room for the unknown.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, because you're talking about, 8-3, and we are in a good spot. I don't have, like, real big playoff panic or anything like that. I mean, it's mild because here's the problem. We've proven this year really good at bouncing back. We have the Giants and DC back-to-back. Pretty sure we win both of those, but you can't bounce back in the playoffs. Right. Now, I think Matt LaFleur is really good at learning, so maybe a playoff loss helps him more than it hurts him, which is fair because you have to lose to learn. And, I mean, if people think that we're going right to a Super Bowl this year, I'm not saying that's not possible.
And
I'm going to root for the team no
matter what. That's not your expectation.
Exactly. That's not my expectation. Like, let the team prove me wrong right now.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and I'm cool with that.
But still, 8-3. Let's put it. I mean, and the Bills are 8-3 as well. So, like, I mean, for me, the biggest thing that I am like, I'm super excited every week. If there's an issue, we correct it. Our run game was a struggle. Last 2 games we've been solid. Our pass defense has been on lockdown for the last, basically better part of 3 seasons since Sean McDermott has got here. Like, our pass defense has been legit. Our run game, they said the last couple of weeks they've said the Bills can't get after the quarterback. We have 11 sacks in the last 2 games.
Got him.
4 and 7.
That Dolphins line.
I mean, the Dolphins. We had 7 against the Dolphins, but you still have to do things.
Yeah.
So we've had 11 sacks, and we've held. I think Lindsey, who's a great back, I think top half of the league, if not top third of the league in yards per attempt.
Sure.
Held him and his counterpart. I think cause they have kind of a 2-back system. I think 77 yards.
He's my fantasy team. He didn't do shit. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, sorry. But
don't start him.
So we respond well, kind of like what you're saying, like with the
Packers. And like I said, 2 easy-ish games, sure. And I mean, I think the defense might get some turnovers, might build some confidence because the last 3 are all division, which we'll get into in a bit. But and that's the thing. And we had already talked about Amos busting coverage, and again, it's not Kevin King. Kevin King's having a hell of a year after coming back from being 2 years gone.
Yeah.
If you think otherwise, you're dumb. Also, we do fucking not need Antonio Brown, Packers fans. Jesus Christ.
Thing now?
That's been a thing. That's been a thing. If you thought Bill Belichick can't fix his dude with Tom Brady, then what do you think he's going to do to a small town team? He's going to burn it to the ground.
Yeah. I mean,
now, do I think that we need receiver help at this point? Yeah. At this point in the year,
draft somebody.
Oh yeah, draft somebody high, sure.
So here was my thought this week when you kind of texted me like, don't get AB, like, and I was like, okay, so the Packers, solid, in a lot of areas. And here's my thought, and this is kind of playing devil's advocate.
Hang on 1 second before you get into it, because I do want to say that I am past MVS, but I will say that the only thing that he is good at is getting open late. Now, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Scramble drill type thing, like broken play.
Yeah, he doesn't have fancy feet work or he doesn't get off the line fast, but he gets himself open. So if Rodgers has time to throw him open, then fine, but still, you need to assert yourself as a number 2 at this point.
So here's kind of what I was thinking. Like, and I'm not a huge, like, I think AB is a great talent. I think, as far as his football, like, if it was just based on football, all 32 teams would want him in the league. But, he obviously, it's not just about football. So if you're a team that you legitimately think you're a receiver away from a Super Bowl, almost like this.
That's not our biggest problem. Everybody thinks it is.
Yeah, and that's kind of like my question to you. Like,
not everybody. That's not people. Not the Packers fans who listen to us who agree with me.
Yeah,
but everyone else on Twitter that I'm like, hey, you're actually dumb.
If you
All
think
the Vikings fans.
Dude, oh my
if you
god.
think you're that one player away, is it worth it? It's kind of the question you have to ask yourself. For me, like it's tough.
Cost.
I think it would cost too
Yeah.
much, and I think there's very few.
Even if he's
people-
insane, you still have to pay for good talent. Just saying.
yeah, I mean,
You build too much from young players. To
Yeah,
even-
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying too. Like that would dismantle so much
Yeah.
of what's going on right
Imagine
now.
a few years.
No,
without
imagine the
them.
rookies. Like, and I'm not saying Jair's a pistol or anything, but Za'Darius is doing a better job of leading the locker room. But you're going to put AB in there with Darnell Savage, Amos, Jair, King, all the defensive backs and shit. Like, you know, because I mean they are the most animated in our locker room. I think.
Yeah.
So,
so I
Jamal
think
Williams, but you know.
that's the question that I think every and any NFL GM has to ask. Like, is the circus worth it?
No.
Now, in the Patriots, and I think, and I said it
Bill
earlier.
Belichick was literally like on the sign, like, "Fuck this."
Like, I'm over
And-
it.
But I don't know if Bill had a chance to be like, because I think from what I heard initially, Bill didn't run it by anybody above him. Bill was like, "This is my guy.
Some Bill shit.
I need him." I mean, it. How do you blame Bill? But he did okay his first two games. You know, he caught balls. You know, he did things. You know, blah blah blah, all that. He did. You know, kind of. You know what we expected. You know, he made plays. He's AB.
Right.
But as soon as that second allegation came out, they're like, done. And it was probably a conversation with Bill. Hey, is anything else going to come out? And AB said no. And AB probably lied to him.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, or didn't know. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
AB probably in his mind is
Just
probably
to be
thinking,
fair, and I mean this, you can take it for what it's worth, but there are going to be ladies out there who are maybe say some wild stuff. I mean, and because
Me Too movement.
well, that and if there's anyone you could definitely pin it on and get away with right now, it's probably Antonio Brown because the way he acts on a day-to-day basis doesn't help himself.
That's true too.
I mean,
So
dude's a phenomenal talent. But I mean, I think that's where he lost it with the Patriots. I think, you know, as far as fitting in, you know, doing it the Patriot way, you know, kind of reading some.
Patriot way is not AB way.
No, I think he's too flashy. But you know, Gronk.
The Aaron Hernandez way.
Gronk was,
Whoa!
I don't know if AB's on that level, but
We don't know yet.
You don't know.
maybe we'll find out after he
Got
plays
that
the
stash. Someone
He hasn't been, maybe he hasn't committed his last crime yet.
but
I mean, Gronk was no saint. Gronk was just like stupid. Like, I'm gonna get wasted. I'm gonna bang a bunch of chicks, and yeah, I mean, he did it respect.
exactly.
AB
a
just
real dude, bro.
Exactly. He is
Yeah.
a real dude, bro.
dude, broski bro.
College you together, that'd been magic.
Yeah.
He's from Amherst. He's from Buffalo. So, you know, you never,
Originally from Buffalo.
yeah, we're pretty much
But-
yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, pretty much that's I guess what I had most of my game. I'll have a note here that says that Alex light. Yeah, he's light as shit trying to protect. So
Damn.
Shots
I
fired.
mean, you
Tag
know,
him in
like I
that on Twitter.
said, right?
For his 8,000 followers.
I will go back anybody, like I said before, that straps on the G. But if you ain't producing like Jake Kumaro, I'm over it. Like he is a preseason lord. Great. MBS, I'm over it. Gmo, I'm all
What have you done for me
yeah.
lately?
Gmo only because he
Still
had that
Gmo.
gnarly catch against the Bears. I still have hopes. Yeah, I still have high hopes on him. Lazard, when you see more of him, get Aaron Jones the ball. That's the problem on offense. Like we've seen it before when we had Eddie Lacy and then when we didn't. Without a running back, our offense stalls. We need to give him the ball. So go back to that. On defense, oh yeah, Kenny Clark also get him some help. Like Montravis Adams and like Dean Lowry, like they're cool and all, but they ain't it.
Yeah.
They're
Get
cool.
Kenny Clark some help, man, because now he's getting doubled. And oh yeah, that's the other thing too, because there was other comments like about Aaron Jones not getting the ball. He's getting covered by DBs.
Which
They-
is respect.
Yeah, now at this point, exactly, like that changed hella fast. Took like 2 weeks. Like players are like, yeah, let's lock him down.
I mean-
So again,
You show up and you make wide receiver catches, like you're getting that nickel corner. Like
exactly.
especially if the tape shows that your wide receivers beside like outside of your number one, like
And the time management this game was really off too, because there was that hurry up play we were going to go for on fourth. We lined up in a package, and I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was a gun with one running back. Took a timeout, came out in the exact same fucking set. So
I mean you're gonna have some of that with a rookie head coach, but
well, again, I'm not bashing him, and I'm not bashing Amos on that play because Amos made a hell of a tackle on Jimmy Garoppolo. Even great players have mental lapses, and I'm not blaming Kevin King, Because Steelers fans and Packers fans that say we could have had Watt get fucked because the Steelers are about to get dominated by Lamar Jackson for a decade. If his knees hold up,
Cursed.
just saying,
If he
because
doesn't
he doesn't get the Madden cover next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, TJ Watt is good, but I'd rather have Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith.
Well, I think we talked about earlier in the season. Like, what do you want? Do you want that edge rusher? Do you want that
No,
guy?
I want defensive backs, man. Like,
And right now, the
holy
analytics.
shit.
I mean, and football's not all in on the analytics, but the analytics are saying it is harder to find a shutdown corner or a really good corner than it is to find a serviceable pass rusher.
Well, I mean,
now is
how long? Okay, how long is the average release? What, like 3 seconds or something like that? So, human being has to guard another fast human being. I mean, people can't keep up with Tyreek Hill for a second.
Yeah.
So you want someone to do it for fucking 6 when Aaron Rodgers is running around, you know? Like,
I mean, that's the
good
thing.
luck.
That's the thing. I mean,
So
especially
when you be tired?
like
Oh my god.
it is
Yeah,
harder.
we need Usain Bolt out here in a defensive back set right now. Deion Sanders, like,
It is harder to find
Once in a
that
great
DB,
life.
that shutdown lockdown.
Right.
That it's harder to find that skill set because it's just harder. And I'm not saying that it's easy to be an edge rusher because that's probably the second thing you look for on defense. Like, from a a fan's perspective, you want that
because there are coverage sacks and just straight up sacks.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
Aaron Donald's a freak, but he's getting triple teamed. And what are the Rams
It's
doing?
wild to watch.
Yeah. What are the Rams doing right now?
Nothing. Deep fried Trubisky.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Speaking of
They
that,
got what they deserve.
yeah, they get what you
But, I mean-
fucking deserve.
oh, can we just shout out Marcus Peter?
Oh my god.
Because like he was giving
Filleted
love to his
Jalen.
boys. Jalen Ramsey comes up. I don't know what he said. I wish
I
they-
wish it was
they
a hot
had that
mic.
audio.
Yeah.
Like I wish they had that audio because dude was like, "Fuck you, get the fuck out!" Like, and he went off, and it was awesome. And then
Yeah.
I read that he went into the locker room looking for people, like into the hallway of the tunnel, like after the game, like shouting out shit, not talking to anybody, but talking to everybody,
Damn.
like just being like,
Jalen was.
I didn't catch that.
no.
Oh, Marcus Peters was.
Yeah.
After the
Dang.
game?
Yeah, after the game, he like went and like it was just kind of one of those.
But it's. I mean, hey, and
Bittersweet, yeah.
I love competitors, especially when they're on the field. But it's shit like that doing in the tunnel. Lamar Jackson's gonna step out and roll his ankle at a 45-degree angle next week. It's stuff like that curses you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't be all in when the season ain't over yet. I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
respect though.
Yeah, I mean,
Lamar Jackson's on some shit.
yeah. It was Peters. that
History Month all
talking
over
about
Oh
trash.
my god.
But
What a guy.
I mean, the dude's balling.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stupid.
And I don't think it's like
It's fun to watch.
It's nice to see 2 Michael Vicks in my lifetime.
and it's
That's kind
I
of
mean,
cool.
It's truly it's not like it's not an RG3 factor where
Oh no.
they're stacking
He's
the
very
box.
smart.
Like he makes great
He's
decisions.
very smart. He's stupid athletic, which is
Like-
very scary.
Yeah,
Dude, Packers last night would shit their pants playing him.
like it's
Fact.
it's nuts. Like he's a freak that can throw,
Yeah.
and that's just hard. Like it doesn't matter who
He
you.
worked to throw, which is crazy. So he's only going to get better.
Yeah, like
So good luck. Yeah, good luck Steelers. Good luck TJ Watt.
so you,
It's gonna
so
be a fun
you look,
decade.
Yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
TJ Watt's not going to run him down.
No.
No.
JJ Watt wouldn't run him down in his prime.
I mean, but you look at the draft class of the 2018 quarterbacks. So you have Baker, who I still think is good. Is coming
14
around.
fast.
Sam
Lamar.
Darnold actually still
Turning up.
Turning it up.
Yeah.
I think
Apparently, and I saw this on NFL memes, so how accurate it is, but apparently he went out and he banged a couple hoes after that win.
What up? He deserved them. Like the Raiders win.
Yeah, dude, the Raiders.
34
So-
hoes.
Yeah, friends on Facebook who I used to work with, legit Raiders fan, legit. Even when they were like awful, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go see the Jets game," and I was like, saw it on their Facebook, and I was gonna comment, but I was like thinking, "Oh yeah, that'll be cool. That'd be a good win." Damn.
Oh,
So, but yeah, to wrap up the Packers game, like, yeah, we got to respond to the Giants hard. Like, the factors in the Giants game would be Jabril Peppers and Saquon. That's about it.
Yeah.
Darius
Jabril's
Slayton was their secondary. If you have issues with them,
What?
Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
What about him?
I mean, if you worry about your secondary, other than I guess Jair.
I mean, no,
In the
Jair.
pass game.
Jair lock up their number one, whoever that is.
I guess Shepard's
Golden
back too.
Tate.
Yeah, Golden Tate. Oh, man, Golden Tate got out. Golden Tate got out of Detroit before
Shepard's
Jair
back.
showed up. So
And then So you think Jair's going to take away Golden Tate?
yeah,
Then Shepard's your guy. Ingram's I think still out for the Giants. I think he's out.
I got my fancy team from this guy, and he's injured.
Yeah. But I mean, so really, I mean, their next tight end is. I mean, he's making plays, but I think it's a product of kind of the offense.
Well, it depends on how they match up because if they think they're going to put 50 on a tight end. Oh, yeah, you want me to bring that up? Let me go over that, by the way, just to prove how bad the middle of our field is. Because, like I said, it's the coverage underneath, right? This is tight end.
My question about the notes, just
Well, hey,
I have that, and I have a note for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Read them verbatim.
But okay, so
I'm just kidding.
No, for real. So this is tight ends against Green Bay's secondary. Zach Ertz, 7 receptions, 65 yards. Darren Waller, 162, two touchdowns.
Ouch.
Kelsey, 4 for 63 and a touchdown. Hunter Henry, 7 for 84. Fucking Hunter Henry. Greg Olsen, 8 for 98.
When healthy is good.
Yeah. Well, Greg Olsen's like a trillion, so 8 for 98. In a game we won, but still, we beat the Raiders too. George Kittle, 6 for 129 and a touchdown.
These passes that you give up to tight ends.
Yeah, that's only yards to tight end. So no matter else what's going on in the game,
I mean, even
for $120 to a tight end,
62 touchdowns, like
that's a shit ton. And I had him starting that day too
for a tight end.
Yeah,
and like even 60 yards, like 5 or 6 receptions for a tight end.
7 is ridiculous, is what it is.
I mean, that's your number one.
7 for a tight end is stupid.
Yeah,
that is number one receiver.
I mean, you're looking at like a good receiver or a good tight end. You're looking at 3 catches.
5 for like
3 catches. Like I mean, most tight ends you're looking at 3 catches. Like if they're over 50, you're pretty happy. If they get you're looking at touchdowns. I mean, so you're looking at red zone production. So you're thinking, all right, 3 catches, 50 yards, and a touch in a TD.
Yep.
Like that's what I'm looking for in my tight end. That's what I'm happy with that. Even 4 catches, 20 yards, and a TD. Like because you're looking at red zone targets. Like you got that big body, but yeah, I mean
that's what I'm saying. Like coverage,
explosive plays.
Coverage underneath is rough right now, and
that means he's breaking tackles and probably
most likely. And like I said, and yeah, it's cool to see Blake has the most tackles in the league, but you know what he also has? Probably yards given up. I don't even know.
Is that
I mean, probably. I mean, linebackers get beat. I mean, but again, like when people, and like I said, I took Blake Martinez off my Christmas list. Still think he's good, but there's a difference why Bobby Wagner is who he is and Blake Martinez is who he is. You're talking about, and I mean, and Blake can blitz. Bobby Wagner can cover and pick, and he's got hands.
Yeah. Bobby Wagner,
that's who you want to look for.
I mean, you still I go back to the Preston Brown. Like played for the Bills, played actually for Cincinnati this year and last year. Got cut by Cincinnati, and then the Raiders picked him up because he needed some help. Led the league, or definitely led the Bills, almost led the league in tackles 1 year with the Bills, and then we didn't re-sign him because he tackled people. He was a good, solid player. Like he kept his nose clean. I liked Preston Brown, but he wasn't. If you weren't stopping the run, if you as far as coverage, he was a liability.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Exactly, and that's how we talk about Blake Martinez now. Is he's a liability?
Yeah,
and I mean,
he's a down player,
pretty much. I mean, I haven't seen enough field time from Oren Burks yet, other than special teams, to really pass full judgment because this is only his second year. So I mean, he's got 1 more year to really work. But yeah, so that really wraps up for me, man. I mean, it's a pathetic week after 2 weeks off. Everyone is healthy, and to answer you about Brian Bulaga, I don't know, but I know that we need to get someone a right tackle that can
somebody
block.
Worthy.
Just Jesus Christ, dude! And you can go ahead and blame the protection, but I mean, they're gonna stack the right tackle. They're gonna move Bosa over there and be like, "Oh, this guy's a rookie, like me too, but I'm awesome." Like
me too.
This dude was from our practice squad, I think, Alex Light. So yeah, he's light as shit. So.
Yeah, so it's still time to progress.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Is there's a lot of regular season, and so we can bounce back, we can improve. But if we're gonna go to the playoffs and expect to even win a playoff game, we gotta start doing shit more regularly right now.
Yeah, and again, to cap it all off, this was definitely the worst performance you guys have had, I think.
Sure.
I mean, 8-3.
Yeah, no, I'm not stressed. I mean, like I said, I just expect more at this point, especially with the caliber of opponent you're going up against. Like I said, MLF.
Get hyped for that game.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess earlier you had that.
MLF took a lot of blame, and I mean, even Devontae, was talking about stuff. We just got to be better, but yeah, I mean, some of the play calling was questionable. So I mean, that was Matt LaFleur's first questionable game, and won't be his last. But that's the ones you got to start showing what you're about as the new coach too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I mean, overall, panic as far as the panic meter for the Packers,
very low.
Like It's like
it's on, but it's not high.
I mean, I just turned it on.
Unless the Vikings
weird.
winning.
I just turned it on. It's trimmering. Yeah, it's
weird.
fidgeting.
A little buzz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then you look ahead at your schedule and it's like Giants, Redskins.
Yeah, the next two. I'm only looking at the next two. That should be 2
10-3.
Yeah,
okay,
easy.
If I don't win another game, I expect to go to the playoffs in my division at 10-3.
Sure.
Because
could be wild card.
I mean, wild card. Like I mean,
way.
the Rams are what 6-5.
Yeah.
NFC is kind of tight right now.
The NFC really is, and we'll talk about the NFC after he talks about his game because the Bears' second coming, fucking all of a sudden.
All right.
I think
Mitch, even that Detroit tie, maybe.
Dude, fuck that tie.
Weird.
Dude, ties are half wins.
Yeah.
Are you getting tired over there, old man?
Yeah.
Long day at the office.
I'm just chilling.
But yeah, so I mean, that was my L, guys. So I mean, feel free to have at it. Dakota's new here. He can go last this time.
All right. So
it's his first official episode.
First official was a tryout.
First featured.
He's got an extended tryout now.
Yeah, probation 90 days.
The second cuts. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see if he makes it to next week when I say.
Yeah, so are you taking notes? You wrote them down during.
No, I'm not taking notes. I'm just
pulling up his notes.
ESPN.
Last minute notes.
ESPN notes.
What is the Ohio State? Oh no, that's not gonna. No. No, I was gonna look up some of the division races and where they're at, just because I'm not as familiar with the NFC. But for me,
it's tight.
For me, Bills, great week. Totally dominated. I think 2 drives for the Broncos were over 50 yards, maybe more than that. But it was 3 points, 3-20, and we totally dominated. Trey had a pick. Josh Allen threw his first pick in 5 games. It was just, basically the ball sailed on them, and their safety made a good.
Was it windy?
It was windy, about 20 miles an hour.
All of y'all games are windy all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's the stadium, but
it's the stadium.
It just is. It's just a weather place.
You hate to blame the foundation,
but
you hate to build it.
So John Brown was our leading receiver coming into this game.
After last week, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So 2 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. He had a 5-yarder and then a 34-yard touchdown that he caught in the back of the end zone. Great ball in the wind, against the wind, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And
against the wind, but Josh Allen.
It doesn't matter. Like I'll put.
He has no his own strength. Like, fuck it.
Mitch Trubisky.
He just they both love overthrowing.
You're right, but Josh
Allen.
I'd rather trust way more this year.
This year, yeah.
Sure. But it is comical. Yeah. Still. Hey, we talked about veterans making mistakes. Amos was like, "Hey, Kittle sucks." Just kidding. I see why y'all got such a disgrace.
Yeah. But anyway, so Josh didn't have a terrible game.
I'm pretty sure you guys are going to steamroll Dallas too. I'm just going to go and say that early.
He had 2 touchdowns, a pick, like 187 yards. We ran for 244. Frank Gore, I think it was 244.
Pass Barry Sanders, was it?
Barry for 3rd all time.
Wow.
Singletary had like 20 or 21 touches for 103 or 106. So, and then Josh had like 5 carries for like 50 yards, something like that. So, well-rounded offensive game. Our defense was, they were just stingy. Didn't give up a lot. They gave up about 3 runs to Lindsey, who
guys seemed very motivated this year.
Yeah. So, a lot of good things. I said it a little bit before, everything we've been questioned on, within 2 weeks we fix. So that's great. Again, Denver, not a great team, but, they said, "Oh, are you going to be able to score against a top 5 defense?" And Denver's 4 or 5 overall. So we scored 20 points. We easily, in the last,
fair outing.
So the last 7 minutes of the 4th quarter, we just ran the ball. And that's all we did. Josh didn't throw a pass.
Did you milk all 7 minutes?
Yeah.
That sucks for everyone else playing the Bills.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So we ran the ball, and Mitch Morris got hurt. So we had a backup in, and Ty Nsekhe, who's been rotating at right tackle with Cody Ford, was out because of a previous ankle. So we were down 2 linemen, and still were able to do that. So
it's pretty impressive. We were down a lineman and got shit on.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the preseason, we talked about it. The Bills signed 15 offensive line.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
So we have
depth.
We do not have
Josh
the deep end is real deep.
We do not have
the
depth. Most talented offensive line, and I'm okay to say that, but we have the deepest NFL.
But if you have the most functioning offensive line, who cares?
Yeah. So I mean, and Feliciano stepped in at center and just didn't miss a beat. Spencer Long came in.
I think it's tough for a center too, especially making calls.
So I mean, stepped in, great outing. Our defense stifling. So here's where I'm at for this week. Thursday night game, prime time, first time that the nation really gets to see. Besides the Super Bowl,
how bad Dallas really is.
The 4:30 game on Thanksgiving is kind of the biggest game of the year, minus playoffs and Super Bowl.
Sure, in terms
how good the Bills really
in terms of having the most viewers,
yes, most viewers.
Yeah,
sure. It's one of the biggest games.
You need to prove yourselves.
So everybody's
pressure there. Though.
Everybody's shitting on the Bills as far as they haven't played anybody. We beat one team with a winning record. I get it, I do. But this will be our
now.
best.
What's different versus the Patriots doing that is Patriots struggle, and so far you guys have played pretty dominantly in some areas of football.
So I was actually rooting for Dallas to beat the Patriots because
it'll help y'all and
have
some drama.
So, but here's the other thing: I hate Dallas.
Does anyone really like Dallas?
Dallas fans. So, besides that,
shout out Mike.
Yeah. So, if we beat Dallas this week, I think Jerry Jones loses his job. Or not Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones lost his job.
Look, the worst thing the best thing that would happen to Dallas would be Jerry Jones, not being there.
Not being GM.
But Jason, so you really think that Jason Garrett would get fired after this?
I don't know.
Is that now? I'm asking. Hold on. The reason I'm asking this is: do you think that they would get fired on the perception of Jason Garrett just lost to a shitty team, or Jason Garrett doesn't know how to beat good teams?
I think it would be more. Well,
I'm just saying because you know how they're going to look at it.
One more shot at the postseason if they make.
Oh
my NFC East.
So
I mean, see, that's the thing though. That's the measuring stick is how bad.
Why would they fire him now?
I don't think it's
they're
smart
leading
for
their
any
division
team.
at 6-5.
Yeah, I don't think it's smart for any team to fire their coach mid-season. I
Not
really
right now either.
Worked out great for us.
Even in NFC East, I mean, Howard Chase is still going to the playoffs.
I mean, the Eagles lost, didn't look good. Carson Wentz.
Only the Redskins won this
Carson
weekend.
Wentz looked terrible.
But yeah, so
dropped them at the right time.
As far as
let him go.
Dak hasn't done well against good teams. He didn't do anything special against New England. I think we have a very comparable.
But New England's defense is.
I think we have a comparable.
Stephon Gilmore's also another level of cornerback.
Yeah, he's legit. So, I mean, I think our defense is comparable. Are we as good? Statistically, no. I think we bend a little bit more. We're solid in the red zone.
To lock up Amari Cooper,
which Trey. Courtney
Finnegan,
Sutton from the Denver, one catch, 27 yards. Trey was on him the whole game, and he's been lights out for Denver, and he got stifled. And Trey had a pick on him. Could have had 2 picks in coverage on that. So I mean, I think Trey. Do I think he's going to lock him down where Amari gets no catches? No, I think Amari's going to do okay.
He gets 50 points this week.
Yeah, finally, hopefully.
I mean, I just don't see him going off for 160. Now, I say that, and Amari's going to have 160, 3 touchdowns.
Micah Hyde's going to be over there. You already knew that.
But, yeah.
Micah Hyde knows Dallas very well.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, Trey's not doing it by himself. He does have a lot of help over the top. Trey and Poyer, both of our safeties, doing a great job, helping. So Trey's able to break on balls. So if he gets beat on a double move, it's okay. You have Micah or Jordan Poyer over the top.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm chilling.
You better hang up the ball because they're gonna hit you.
I'm chilling.
They're gonna make you pay. So I'm not as worried. Dallas has some receivers. They have.
The run game, obviously.
That is what scares. Zeke is what scares me. Their offensive line is good. And I don't think
they trip a lot of people.
Yeah, they're good. And Zeke's he's a top 5 back, probably a top 3.
Sure.
So Zeke, we've had trouble in the past stopping the run. So that's the only thing that scares me. So as far as their defense, I think, Denver has just as good a defense. And we, I don't want to say we had our way with them, but we dominated from start to finish. Pretty much.
Fair.
I mean,
controlling the game.
Controlling the game.
The thing that's going to hurt us is we need to early in games, put the ball in the end zone. We kick too many.
Held that one.
We kick.
I'm tired of going down to the wire every week. I just can't.
We kicked too many field goals early. Like I think the last 2 weeks we've kicked. Opening drive we've kicked a field goal. Second drive we kicked a field goal, which is great to score. Great to have points.
It's just frustrating getting so close.
We need to get
so far.
It's not. Yeah.
We need to get 6. One of those, first 2 possessions to really, just give everybody kind of that boost because, if you're up 10 to 3. You're still playing conservative because you don't want to give up that big play on defense.
Yeah, I feel like.
But if you're
10 to 3 is like a precarious position because
if you're 14-0,
yeah,
you're like, all right, I'm
2 possession game.
I'm going for that pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a play on that.
More aggressive.
You're going to be just a little bit more aggressive. But I think our defense has been solid.
So if you lose to Dallas, then where does that put the Bills in terms of the? Because you guys, I think, finally broke top 10 in the power rankings. You guys were 10.
Yeah. So if we lose to Dallas, we're 8-4, which again
only division loss to the Patriots, right?
Only division loss to the Patriots. We swept the Dolphins already. So here's the thing. At the beginning of the season, we were predicted to win. We were predicted to go 6-9.
Nice.
We're 8-3 right now.
Amazing.
So this is all icing on the cake.
Rags to riches.
Also, going back for the Bills. In our history, since we've gone 8-3, every time we've gone 8-3, we've made the playoffs.
Oh,
we
is
need
OJ part of one of those?
Yeah, I think so. We need to go 500. We need to have 10 games, but having Oakland lose this weekend helped us because they were 6-4 going into this, or something. I forget exactly what they were, but they lost to the Jets. So the only
2 of them.
You know what you hate?
So I mean, the Steelers won, but they played awful. I mean, they did not play well.
I don't know how I feel about the Steelers.
So I'm not for a couple weeks I was like, okay, the Steelers could make a little run. They got a little something going.
The best worst team right now.
Well, I guess maybe can we give Mike Tomlin a little credit, maybe more so now?
Yeah,
I think he's done a great job.
So I think now he actually is like a legit coach, and he's actually coming through because AB's not there. I mean, he's trying his best.
They made a little run where it was like, okay, the Steelers are going to be trouble. We play Baltimore still. We play New England again. The Jets are going to be trouble for us. I mean, I think they're just playing better. They have talent, and they're finally healthy. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No more mono.
I mean, this is a big game. If we win this game, we go 9-3, and that puts us, in a really, really good position.
Yeah, because AFC is kind of small.
I think we're top loaded. I think we have a couple.
Because I don't really think Kansas City,
New England, and Baltimore are the top right now.
Kansas City's not really a huge front runner for me.
Kansas City's kind of that second.
I think
it's Baltimore. I think Baltimore is
Lamar Jackson's better than Mahomes
right now. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
But it's Baltimore and everybody else right now. I think you have a second wave team. Yeah, I think New England right now is second tier.
That's true.
Their offense isn't even really.
I think
performing.
Kansas City's in that second tier. I think we're in that second tier. I think we're bottom half of that second tier because we still need to prove it. Like we need to win this game in order for me to be like, okay, and I think we're contenders. I just think we need.
If you guys put Dallas at 6-6, it's gonna be hilarious in my house.
Yeah. Well, I won't come over next week.
No, you have to.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, because in 2 weeks Dallas and the Bears play, so
definitely
he's
here
gonna
for
be here
that
for
one.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just think we need a signature win. Ravens, Cowboys, or New England. Those are the 3 left on our schedule.
I definitely think you got Cowboys, the Ravens. I think you're just gonna.
I'm gonna take that L. I'll take that L right now.
I don't think you have a choice.
That's okay.
It's too high right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just too good right now. And it looks Mark Ingram's running like somebody said something about his mom. Like it's just brutal.
He's just angry running right now.
It's so crazy.
Does he ever run happy? Like no.
Yeah, but this year it's something extra.
It's violent.
It is this year.
It is
the
always
way that he stiff armed Jalen Ramsey, just his arms.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so glad there wasn't a whole body attached there. Yeah. Good Lord.
But I mean, I think if we can, I think that'll be a good test for us. But
now, if you guys beat the Ravens, then damn.
I mean, if we beat,
we can't have Justin over there that week. Oh shit!
I think it's possible.
Doing too much now.
I do think it's possible that we could beat the Ravens. I think our defense is good enough, but we're gonna have to play lights out. And if we beat Dallas and the Ravens, we're gonna lose to the Patriots. And I'm just gonna say that. I don't think you can get that high that often in the NFL. I think if we beat if we beat Dallas this week, we beat the Steelers, we beat the Jets, we only have the Ravens and Patriots left. So if we win out and we're, what does that make us? 13-3.
Pretty good year.
Look out.
Look out.
And, at 13-3, we might still be the wild card.
Yeah, and that
fucked up part.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. But no one would want to play us.
Not 13-3 with momentum, not getting a break and playing straight through. No.
Yeah. But I mean,
So are you at a point now, I guess, because you guys have had such a drought to where you think that, okay, we can finally be an AFC team that is at least in a wild card every year? You're definitely knocking on the door.
I think we're right there. I think, wild card, I think a lot of it depends on, how long the Patriots stay with Tom Brady.
He says till 47.
It's not going to happen. Not with the Patriots. If
he ain't going to play till 47 because he'll die.
Like, if he plays, if it's up to it, and this is where we'll see. Are the Patriots Bill Belichick's team or are they Robert Kraft's team? And this is the Brady.
If you're smart, it's Bill Belichick's team.
Yes. But Robert Kraft writes those checks.
And he also...
he writes checks. He probably pays cash for other things. He pays cash.
Yeah, exactly.
No Venmo.
No Venmo. My fans only page.
But Jimmy Garoppolo would probably be, if it was up to Bill Belichick,
still be there.
Would either still be there or be the guy.
And they might be fire right now.
And
see, all right, and so this is a question not to take away from Dakota's time for his game, but fuck the Bears. Just kidding.
Yeah,
no, but
we
do
won,
you
so
think?
I don't need much time to.
Do you think? And this is something I just thought now. Do you think the reason the Patriots aren't accelerating on offense is because Brady, being the old guy like Brett Favre was, isn't connecting with these young guys?
You're playing cautiously.
I don't know. No, that's not what I'm saying. Is it like is it
on a personal level?
Yeah, is it like he's the bitter old man? Maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe he's
true.
not even bitter. Is he just being like, nope, it's this way? And even maybe Bill's trying to push back, but the young guys are trying to produce. But because again, Brady's deep ball this year, ass. If it's not 10 to 12 yards, good luck.
I mean, even
it's not
his connection even with Edelman isn't great. I mean, it's not bad. And
I feel like Edelman's working his ass off this year.
Like, and there's just Brady is not the same quarterback he was 2 years ago. I think last year when he had
Dirk Surfer dude hair was his like last dominant year. Am I wrong?
Like Tom Brady he's been an above average quarterback, and I still think he is. Just as far as the Peyton factor, he's played so long, he knows.
He's better than Phillip Rivers, and I put Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan at like the same measuring stick as like most vanilla QBs.
Yeah, I mean, I think they put up numbers. They do their thing.
Yeah, they do their job.
Yeah, I mean, are they going to win the game for you sometimes? But are they going to lose the game for you sometimes?
Oh yeah.
And I mean, let's not be, Drew Brees has had a couple 5-pick games. Like every once in a while, a quarterback will just
have thrown for like 1,000,000 yards.
Peyton has thrown 5-pick games. I mean, there's Tom has done 5. Like 3 years ago.
I don't know if Aaron has.
Yeah, Tom about 3 years ago threw. I think it was against Kansas City. It might have been 2 years ago. Threw 5 picks against Kansas City, and they're like, "Oh, this is the end of the Patriots era." What does he do? So
who are they drafting?
So I mean,
if you look at this round,
at a certain point, Tom Brady is going to not be effective in the NFL.
I mean, he's not this year, dude. Like again, watching him run is a nightmare.
So Peyton Manning, and I think Tom Brady right now is at like when Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. Tom Brady is physically in better shape than what Peyton was when he won the Super Bowl. Now, Peyton had a dominant defense that year.
Yeah.
And, just ask Cam.
Ask your future quarterback.
Yeah. But,
we'll see.
The Patriots have an equally dominant defense. At one point in the season, they were on a historic pace. So, could Tom Brady win another Super Bowl as an average quarterback?
Sure, because Jake Delhomme has a fucking Super Bowl win or whoever it is.
So, I mean, I think, and that's where everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, Tom Brady is this great quarterback," and it's like, well, let's look at the facts and say, okay, he has a historically
6 to 7 rings.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so,
which I mean, it's a fair statement.
Yeah,
I say that about Jordan. So
yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, but I'm not. I don't think he's elite at this point. And I don't think any of us
think
believe.
Brady's an elite quarterback, you're just a Patriots fan, or you live in Boston.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Or you don't watch football in the last 5
years. No. And people still think quarterback wins are a stat.
Is Brady still the GOAT?
Well, I mean, so you're feeling good going into Dallas.
I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm a little worried. If we can stop Zeke, we win the game.
Fair. And Cooper. That's the only thing you got to worry about.
Don't stop Cooper. I need those points.
I mean,
I want you. I want
winning in, man. I got to beat Jared. Shout out Jared again.
I mean, I think if we do win this game, I think we're in the playoffs. I mean, I don't. Yeah. It's about as
locked. It's a statement win.
Yeah.
So on national TV, I think Dallas is in a very similar position with that.
Yeah, if they can drop to 6-6, that's a problem.
They're just becoming disappointing, but you guys are still like
proving yourselves.
Prove me, show me.
Yeah,
and we're hungry, and
8-3. Why?
Yeah. So,
but
yeah, I'm feeling good about it. So
yeah, it's so crazy that you're on a high at 8-3, and I'm on a low at 8-3. Yeah. Irony.
Yeah.
So now we got to talk about the Bears. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean,
every week. I know. Well, because he's cool.
I listen to you guys.
Well,
I get you guys positive feedback.
I know.
We're gonna have 10 subscribers after Dakota gets home.
we have 11.
You'll hear from me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Does that go down?
I'll make it 9.
Oh.
What do you have? 2 accounts? Does that count?
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, it's one person. It's one.
Sweet.
One fan.
They
don't know that.
I'm making Twitter for us because I have 5 days off work.
How 12? Let's keep adding to it. Say bots. But yeah, I mean, I'm still finally once again believing in the defense.
Khalil Mack, I think, had a good day. He fought, sack fumble, yeah.
One. It's
Pivotal
been a while. Yeah, I'm really happy about the way Nick Kwiatkowski has filled in for Dan Trevathan too.
What happened to Dan Trevathan?
I can't remember. He got hurt against the Lions in the first quarter. You know what I mean? Nick Kwiatkowski's only his 2nd or 3rd year West Virginia. I mean, I think he's definitely a good youth player. I want him on the team for years to come. He's really energetic and everything.
This year, and then hopefully grow into a starting role, kind of.
Yeah, definitely have more depth on the defense than I thought. But yeah, I'm still on the offensive side. I'm still not behind the play calling.
Nagy's regressed.
He's just trying to be too cute.
Yeah, you're right.
For him,
Tyreek needs to get the ball more.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Yeah, he does.
He drops too many passes. He already has 7 this year.
He needs to.
That's our receiving back.
That's true. More.
That's why I blame on Mitch. But I mean, also, can you get him receivers that can catch?
Call him Money Mitch.
That's what they call him. I didn't make a name.
You said you want to call him Money Mitch.
Money Mitch.
I will. Money Mitch. He was Money Sunday. He better keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you support your team, so I believe in you.
He's trying his best. That's all I can ask. But I mean,
there you go. Right, trying your best, and if that's his best.
I think it's around him with more. I guess
you guys have the same
receivers.
Yeah, but so you guys have the same problems, right? Because we definitely need a second receiver.
I don't think we're drafting any because they have got Riley Ridley. He doesn't play, and and I don't know.
Why did you draft him and not play him?
Do you think it's a development thing? All right, are we, we're
or is Matt Nagy just exposed already? Is he out of tricks after last year?
I think he's just trying.
Is he trying too much
he's
stuff?
Trying too much.
Yeah. Does he have? Does Mitch have the protection? Because I feel like he runs a little bit.
That's the thing too. They they want Mitch to be a pocket passer so bad, but they draft him knowing that he throws better on the run. That's what he does anyway.
Was he thinking is Aaron Rodgers?
Kind of the bootleg that kind of do.
That's what they did last year, and look what happened.
You could be very effective as a quarterback in the NFL, being a bootleg quarterback. Kind of doing different things. I think Mitch has arm strength. Is he the strong? Does he have the strongest arm in the league? No, but he's definitely. I mean,
he can force it.
Yeah. Well.
No, I'm not trying to say that in a bad way, but I mean,
he's got the talent.
He's similar to Jay Cutler in that way, where he can strong arm it if he absolutely has to.
Yeah, I
mean, it might not always be accurate.
He can make every throw in the NFL.
Yeah,
on the run, which is good. I mean, I think the problem with the
but then you got to break it down from that point, of course.
And I think the problem when you do bootlegs,
he's too nervous in the pocket. I think
you basically take away half the field, and I think that's probably where he needs to progress. Okay, we need him to be a pocket passer because if he's constantly only looking at the right half of the field,
right?
That's easier to cover.
This had to be his season if he wanted to
What is this, year 3 for him?
They said MVP this year.
After last season, I mean, it's expected with a lower interception. He had 24 touchdowns.
That is true.
So, I mean, I don't know.
What does he have right now for touchdowns?
He was hurt a couple of games. I'm not sure on the season.
He said, "I took my notes in traffic. I didn't expect this question."
Ooh, questions. I took notes.
We don't prepare for questions.
I prepare how to start a conversation.
On the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, can we set that up with our producer?
Yeah, let's get one.
Can
Let me know when you find him who he is.
His name is John.
John Gilbert.
Oh, thanks. My
For
real
10,
name.
I don't know if that includes the rushing, but 10 altogether.
Yeah.
He's out 2
You
or
can do
3
total
games.
touchdowns.
Yeah. 10. I mean, yeah.
How many picks?
I think 5 or 4.
It's not.
It's not awful.
I mean, I think ideally you want
I
at
feel like
least
you guys haven't
two
thrown a lot then based off those numbers.
At least you want at least a 2-to-1 ratio, but really you're looking for a 3-to-1. You want 3
Right.
touchdowns.
He definitely went 2-to-1 last year with 24 and 12. I'm like, that's a lot
Cutting
of,
it thin.
that's a lot of good here.
But I
I
was
mean,
going to say, based on those numbers, it feels like you guys aren't passing a whole lot.
that is true.
Are you sustaining drives?
passing well
What's
enough.
completion percentage? I think that'd probably be an indication of where Mitch is at.
All these facts I have to keep searching.
You're right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean,
Let's stick to the notes.
Stick to the notes.
you won't, like the play calling. Matt Nagy apparently doesn't want Mitch to throw the ball deeper than 10 yards every play. Lots of screens, lots of short routes.
I mean, that's not going to help Mitch's confidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even when they get the
If his
passes,
coach doesn't believe, then he's not going to believe in himself.
Yeah. Like throwing passes on 3rd and 4th, not getting the first down is a big problem. Stuff like that. Pretty sure we
Been
have
there.
the most failed 3rd and 1s of the year of the season, or 15.
Been there.
And that's usually on your running game, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
Like
It's way too late to run the ball. Jackson Montgomery doesn't use as much as the fan base thought he would.
How's
Yeah.
how does he look in like RPO, like run pass options, like
Mitch or
Mitch, just in general? Like, is he giving the ball too much? Is he taking it too much? Is he?
I think he's taking it too much, but reading the play wrong.
Damn.
And that's what happened against. I think it was. I can't remember if it was the Saints. You see that video on Twitter where the dude broke it down.
Yeah.
That was one of the examples right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think if he had more composure and even if he had like a better receiving core. But I think this was his last year to prove.
He got Allen
himself.
Robinson. He chose there.
Yeah, and Allen Robinson,
the
he
only
balled
guy
out last week. What,
One guy can't do it,
162
though.
yards? Allen
See,
Robinson?
proves my point, right? Devontae can't do it all on his own. Devontae had Jordy.
Emphasize with me sometimes.
Yeah, well, see, yeah, I do. I just gotta give you shit because
You're Bears.
and we're bros.
I'm
but
tired.
no,
Shit, I
but
was-
but when Devontae was coming up, Jordy was the number 1, Devontae was the 2, and then it reversed. Devontae was the 1, Jordy was the 2.
They never really had that. It's just
Right.
a new signing.
Exactly.
Brings the number 1 role.
One person.
There's nobody under Brandon Marsh that stayed. Nobody under Alshon that stayed. It's
Oh, Alshon.
nobody to inherit that will. Somebody
when-
new moving in.
I love how Alshon got good when he went to Philly.
He's a big body receiver.
Get Carson Wentz. You
Wow.
Well, Carson Wentz just
Yeah.
Well, everything
But-
I've heard, he needs to get they need to get healthy. Philadelphia needs to get healthy, but
So Wentz needs to get better at football.
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm just like, golly.
Carson Wentz just get better.
Like the year he was leading to the Super Bowl was so far his best year. What's
Yeah.
happened?
I mean, does he trust his ACL yet? I mean, he's got to. He's a year and a half out, right?
Yeah, it's like, dude, that's been over and done with.
Like,
I almost forgot that happened until you brought it up.
yeah. I mean, do they win the Super Bowl without Nick Foles?
That is the question. But he did win it. BD Nick, man, swinging.
I mean, and then he, the next year after the back injury, he went on a good run. Like,
Yeah. Well, so who do the Bears play next week then?
We play the Lions on Thursday.
Oh, on Thanksgiving.
little
So
Thanksgiving Day,
Yeah,
little
that's
Thanksgiving action.
not recording. Yeah, this is actually on Tuesday
true.
for
We have
us.
to get like a.
Kind of light because the games are fresher.
Feels good.
And
We'll
play
experiment.
We play again on Thursday next week against the Cowboys. So
That's
still
next
7
Thursday.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually that's not bad. If you could,
Cowboys have the same thing.
You
So
can pull it.
yeah, that'll be interesting. That would be a statement game for us, depending on whether or not the Bills beat them.
Right.
So right now, like as far as conference goes, like I was just looking at ours, like we're in really really good shape. So New England's 10-1, Baltimore's 9-2, Houston is leading their division 7-4, Kansas City leading their division at 7-4. Bills first wild card spot 8-3. The next wild card spot right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers at 6-5.
That is so crazy.
Like, and then you look
if
at
the Steelers go to any sort of postseason, they're not going to make it.
yeah, I mean it's tough. And Oakland's 6-5, Indy's 6-5, Tennessee's 6-5.
Yeah. What about it?
So it's just there's a lot of games in between.
And Tannehill all of a sudden for the Titans for whatever reason.
Baller.
Like Lamar Jackson for the last few weeks.
Well, that's definitely the cat then. Sorry, I have to talk off mic. My cat's causing a scene.
I
blame
Kai.
So Tannehill. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
Thank
So
you.
this timeout has been brought to you by Kai and Bud Light and
Kai
Brittany
carried
White.
all three of them by himself.
Kai, Brittany, and Bud Light.
Yeah. Thanks, honey.
Wow.
Thank you. The best.
I don't know what happened.
Love
but
you, mean it.
Who would spill hot sauce?
Kai.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, this is going to be awesome to listen back to. I can't wait.
At the hour and whatever. Are we even at an hour?
Yeah, we're right
The
at an
moment
hour.
they came
Yeah,
in.
at the hour mark. Kai, this TV
Sorry.
timeout has been brought
That's
to you
fine.
by.
He's a black cat, so it's the same thing.
Hell yeah.
So
But the NFC, you guys are right.
it's tight.
So you have it is and it isn't, because you have you have some really good teams. You have 10-1, kind of the same thing, 9-2. Green Bay's 8-3, division leaders.
Vikings are 8-3 too.
Vikings are 8-3, wild card
Somebody
team.
needs to beat them soon.
And then
We
also you have Seattle. But after that, your Rams are 6-5.
Really needed Dak.
Chicago's 5-6 right now. So
I don't see it happening if
I
the
mean,
Vikings won't lose.
the Eagles are 5-6. So there's 17. It looks like 7 teams that really have a chance at it.
It's
Really,
tight, but
really,
it's
it's
not.
6. Really, it's 6 because LA is at 6-5. So everybody
And
else.
LA is not good.
Really, just a couple of teams doing a little bit too.
So
too
I mean,
late.
essentially
Yeah.
to me right now.
Well, there's a lot of flashing going on with a lot of teams, and I don't know what's up in Minnesota. Because when you were going to say you guys play the Lions, I feel pretty good about you guys against the Lions. Not saying I need y'all to win, but in terms of our division, Minnesota. I just don't think is real.
Because I mean, even we beat them and held Dalvin Cook under 100 yards.
Dalvin
The
Cook
Bears
is their-
held Dalvin Cook.
Held
so
Saquon under
100.
60. I'm just like,
I know it was so crazy.
But Dalvin Cook is the reason why they're good. I mean, it's not
right. So
Oh,
if you
like,
can stop Dalvin Cook, then I mean,
It's like AP 2.0.
I mean, but I think Kirk Cousins can get it done at different times But-
I mean, he's
he's
yeah.
so
for-
wishy-washy.
for a
Yeah.
game or two. But especially if you try and stop Dalvin Cook,
Good luck.
and Kirk Cousins can make some of those plays because you put 8 in the box. Obviously he's got 2 receivers that are good enough to be able to beat you.
Pretty deep threats. Yeah.
So I mean, he's a good enough. Do I think Kirk Cousins is elite? No,
He's
I think
experienced enough.
I think
Exactly.
he is
He's
good
seasoned
enough.
Yeah.
He is good enough to be able to beat you. But if you bottle up Dalvin Cook, all of a sudden, is Kirk Cousins going to be able to beat you? I don't
Now
know.
without
They're going to
Adam-
run a lot early.
Now without
with
Adam
Cook.
Thielen, apparently.
I mean, So it's. I mean, I think they're legitimate to a certain extent, but I also, they can be beat. And I think it's just.
I just hate how far they've come. Like teams that should have beat them. Like
Yeah, because it does suck.
Dallas, even that Dallas.
I mean, our
game.
division is pretty damn competitive this year, especially early on, and it sucks
I
when
think
they.
you guys are a lot like us. I mean, I think you have your 2 top teams, and then not that Detroit is. I don't think Detroit is as bad as the Dolphins.
Miami.
I
They
really
tied
don't.
with Arizona, but no, they're not that bad.
And I think the Jets are a better team than their record, and they're starting to play a little bit better. So I think Chicago and the Jets are similar, younger quarterbacks, good defense. So I mean, I think your guys' division is yours is a little bit more competitive than us right now because of where New England is. Like right now, we're kind of like this. We're fool's gold right now. I mean,
Wolf Gold.
I mean,
That's the episode.
and that
man.
might be
Yeah, there it is, right there. Full
And I
There
goal.
it goes.
Way to
It's
go!
so natural.
Classic banger.
and I'm not trying to bash the Bills, but we haven't beat a team that's over 500 except for the Titans. So fool's gold. Like could we be legit? Do I think we're going to make the
Are you
playoffs?
saying that all questions that point to Dallas right now? In the
It's
Dallas game.
we have to beat one of the
We
three
have 3 chances to
I mean,
be real
right.
gold.
to be the real McCoy.
Real gold.
To be will be that
Be
gold.
the sheriff in town.
Yeehaw.
I mean, we've talked about it before. Don't apologize for the teams that you're playing. You don't make the schedule. All those types of things. But when you get a primetime game, when you get an opponent that is has a worse record than you have to win. So that's why I think we're fool's gold. Like And same thing with the Packers. Before this week, with some fans, we're going to a Super Bowl. This is our best start since.
Oh my God!
But it's a week to week league.
Like
it is a week to week league, and some teams are going to look good. The Jets are going to beat Dallas. On those games.
You love to see it.
So I mean, that would be so nice if the AFC East just dominated Dallas.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, damn.
That would be hilarious.
The Patriots won.
They did.
And I think Dallas probably smoked Miami.
They did. Back when they were still hot. But
So, all right.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts right now. I mean,
can you pull up picks over there this time?
Sure, we'll pull up some picks. So let's see. Scores. Let's go into
weekly.
And before anybody, Jared, says anything about having the wife intermission, like, we don't edit. This is raw. This is unfiltered.
Exactly. The real Rob Gilbert.
This is exactly. This is like MTV Unplugged.
To say yes to him, or at least twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Once when he asked her, he got a girl to say yes at least twice.
We have evidence.
That's true.
We were. A lot of us were witnesses.
We were here.
I mean,
all of them.
Yeah.
And some of the people that listen. Outkicking coverage. Robbie has definitely outkicked his coverage. You're welcome and sorry all at the same time.
I do have game or did. I'd be petrified to start over. Let's be real. Look at me, will you?
He settled in nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm comfortable.
Domesticated, 100%. I had to message my wife from the basement. Hey, can you bring me and my two friends beer because we're doing a podcast?
Yeah, she did.
Exactly. So tell me I need to edit that out.
All right. Thursday night. So we have Bills, Cowboys.
I'm going Bills, even though
who's playing at home?
Cowboys at Cowboys.
I would love to see the Bills win.
Yeah,
for two reasons. They're doing great. I want to see them keep doing great because it's been a while.
Now you're a part of this.
Not too. I mean, even
like I said last week, you're invested.
Yeah, now you're invested.
With Justice too, but also I want to see it, and then fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. Even though, hey, Brittany, fuck the Cowboys a little bit, at least one. But
fuck them anyway. But we appreciate her.
Exactly. Yeah, she's not a we them boys. Only ironically, just to get on my nerves. It is funny.
So have to pick them this week. I think this is a huge game for us. Primetime, I think we're ready. So I'm going Bills.
Ready.
And you were on Bills as well?
Oh, yeah.
So all on the Bills.
All the way.
Bears, Lions.
Bears just because Lions are trash. And especially
not even Thanksgiving Day.
I like how you pick up Driscoll and you were like, I got this.
Fuck him.
Got him.
I think
Calibrate's back up a bye. He's back in there.
Tough game. I think this is just one of those.
The Lions only want to be good on Thanksgiving, and it's always some dumb shit. But
weird, yeah, kind of that weird. I think it's gonna be a tougher game, but I agree. I
don't see any weird shit happening this year. Just like a close game.
Like they have to win. They're a better team. I've picked the Lions a couple times to do better than what they have, and they've disappointed. Divisional game Thursday. Again, a third Thursday game. Saints Falcons.
All right, so this is the run back. I'm gonna say the Saints are more prepared. I picked them last time. But I'm going to say the Saints don't get clapped 2-0.
Yeah, well, I don't think it'll happen to them twice.
No, I think...
If it does, holy shit.
Wow. At the Falcons...
God bless you.
Falcons,
way to mute your mic on that.
Thank you. Why didn't want
way to be a professional. Look at you. Not me.
The 3-8 Falcons, can they beat the Saints twice? Divisional game.
There ain't no way.
I just don't see it. With Drew Brees...
Where are they at?
They are at Falcons.
Okay, well, that's the only advantage Atlanta has is being in the butthole dome.
I mean,
have you seen it open and close? Looks like a butthole.
All right, so Sunday games. Jets, Bengals. I'm Jets.
Yeah,
everybody plays the Bengals at this point.
Yeah,
Bengals are starting Andy Dalton again.
Yeah, then I'm definitely picking Jets.
If that matters.
Hey,
Colts.
You know you should start Joe Mixon. Hey, Jared.
Twice.
He's so loyal.
You're going to get a text in like 12 minutes after you upload.
Well, he's in Albuquerque time, so I don't know when he'll listen to this. He has to work tomorrow. So
you're going to get 3 and text
so an hour.
I listened.
An hour and 12 minutes after
the upload, yeah.
After the upload. Titans, Colts. At Colts.
That's an interesting game because I have the backup tomorrow, Mac, who's apparently a beast all of a sudden. But I don't know, Derrick Henry... All right, so I played Derrick Henry in fantasy matchup. I didn't watch their game, but I saw he got an 84-yard touchdown, and then 10 seconds later, he got a second touchdown. And I never found out what the hell happened for him to get another one immediately. So I don't know what the Colts situation is like defensively, but if they can't stop Derrick Henry, then they're fucked. So, having said that, I'm going to go with Tennessee.
I think they're a more put together team than the Colts.
I really want to pick the Colts here because but Tennessee, since Tannehill is gone, it has been their starter. They've been a little bit more consistent. Their wide receivers.
Or Mariota.
Yeah. I mean, since Tannehill's been their guy, which, I really didn't have a lot of faith in Tannehill. Like,
Nobody did.
I mean,
Nobody
and,
did.
I mean, basically,
Everybody in Nashville was like, no, please.
And Tannehill sticking up his middle finger saying, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the captain.
So, yeah.
So you're Tennessee as well? You're Tennessee?
Yep.
All right.
Eagles, Dolphins.
Oh, God.
Eagles all the way.
You know what? I'm going to pick Miami as the upset in this one.
Okay.
Check it out.
They need another one. And the Eagles are the perfect chance.
Exactly. That's why I'm picking them. Like, there's a time that
Carson Wentz needs to go off for me in fantasy one of these days.
In your other league?
In my other league.
Okay.
So.
I think the Eagles will win. Who's Miami's quarterback now?
It's still Fitzpatrick. Fitzmagic.
Beard Gang is why I'm going for it.
Beard Gang. All right.
What's up?
Packers, Giants, I think bounce back for sure.
Yeah. Basically,
Giants.
Basically, we're going to go in here and we're going to take a steamy shit on the Giants. And if we don't, and I'm wrong, we lose, then guess what? I'm a shit ton more notes next week.
Hit the panic button.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
we're dialing up the panic meter for sure.
Yeah.
Like a 2-hour episode.
Oh, God. We got to verify the account again.
You turn on the panic meter, you're like, oh, playing the Giants, playing the Skins, like, we're good.
Yeah, next 2 weeks I think we're solid. But we'll talk about next week after our
Browns
Steelers.
Steelers.
Now I'm
without
actually
Mason Rudolph starting.
What time is that game?
That is a 1:00 game.
What time? Packers won.
Yeah. Packers are won.
I want to see this game, but right now Baker's up and Steelers are starting Driscoll in his first start, and they actually have pass rushers outside of Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
So
lost his appeal, by the way. Big surprise.
Yeah, shocker. You actually try to murder a guy.
Yeah.
So,
no, he just tried to put his hat back on.
Yeah, well, listen.
Take a skull with him.
I've never seen anyone try to do a fatality in real life. Like, I've waited for that for a long time as a Mortal Kombat fan, and that's the closest I ever got.
Still, worst thing I've seen on the field. I mean,
probably one of the worst things I've seen in sports since Tony Harding.
Since, like, Artest went up in the stands.
Oh, God, that was bad, too.
That was real bad. I mean, the what is it? Hopkins and Finnegan, like that was bad. Andre Johnson.
Hopkins, I would not want to fight Andre Hopkins. He fears nobody. Remember
Johnson?
D. Hall must want to get a piece.
Johnson though, like
Johnson Finnegan was.
He was a man. Johnson's a man.
Finnegan got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Johnson was
100%
man.
Grown assland.
Yeah. Myles Garrett status on court.
So I'm going for the Browns.
Yeah, but yeah. Still top 3. I think that's the worst thing, but yeah, I think Browns. Especially starting a rookie, like not that Mason Rudolph gave them a ton of.
Mason Rudolph's done a lot of potatoes.
Yeah, I thought I was more excited. I thought Mason Rudolph would do a little bit better.
Yeah,
he did, man.
Redskins, Panthers.
Wait, Dakota didn't pick. He's here now.
Oh, I want the Browns in that one. Yeah, Baker's better.
Baker's better.
That's going to be.
Right. All right.
I mean, have the weapons. Finally,
the Steelers defense.
Yeah, so many. And this is kind of one of the worries coming into it for the Browns. So much change. They brought in so much talent, brought in so many different players. It takes time to gel, and I think they're finally hitting a little bit more of their stride.
Nick Chubb's up in ahead too of everybody.
Yeah. So we have Redskins, Panthers. I'm going Panthers because.
Yeah, that's probably a safe bet because McCaffrey.
Allen had a great game. They almost upset the Saints, and
which was close.
It was really close. I mean, and
you can't get any closer. I don't think.
I mean, talk about field goal kickers. So Dakota's got
kickers this year, man.
Right.
Dakota's got some sympathy for that dude.
Do you?
I saw that. I was like, well,
you're like, damn, I know that.
It's funny that's only happening to us. I was like, okay, fuck them. I know how you feel. Fuck them. It happens.
Sorry about your luck, buddy.
Should have scored more earlier. I know
Welcome
how that
to Chicago.
Yeah.
So.
And you were playing in a dome. Suck it. You should have made that field.
Yeah. I definitely don't feel bad for that.
Ooh, it's loud. Airplanes are loud.
The battle of the 4 and 7.
So
Florida teams. Panthers, Redskins.
Yeah,
Panthers.
Don't leave us behind, Justin.
Bucks, Jags.
Oh,
4 and 7 Florida battle.
Are they both 4 and 7?
Yeah.
Holy God. What would Jameis Winston showing up this week?
5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
At the Jags.
All right. Then I will go.
I'm gonna
I
go
have
with the
Sharks, so I'm
Jags.
going to go Jags.
I think I'm going Jags as well. Bucks, they could. I mean, it's like
Well, they let Peyton Barber loose.
Jameis Winston makes too many
Godwin goes
mistakes.
off.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Or Mike Evans goes off. Never do they both go off at the same time.
True. Too much go offness.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick one.
Pick one.
They can't both have 4.
I think Godwin went off last week.
Yeah.
It's Mike's turn.
It's Mike's turn.
Need
At
Shark to get one.
At the Jags. No, I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm changing. I'm going Bucks.
By the way, I traded.
Change your mind.
Yeah. By the way, I traded for 2 starting receivers in our fantasy league. Both first names are DJ.
What up?
DJ Moore and DJ Shark. Didn't notice that.
Mastermind, yeah.
Did not know.
this the game of the week for sure right here. How is it not?
So
been
your
flexed?
Jags. Too. Okay.
How has it not been flexed?
Your Jags.
I switched to Bucks.
You switched to Bucks. That's
Switched
right.
to Bucks. How has this not been changed to prime time? 49ers Ravens.
Wow.
How is that not?
Because they already flexed it to Green Bay and said, "Well, fuck."
Yeah, you can't give it twice.
Can you reflex?
Yeah,
One flex per season.
dude, that's
going to be the game of the week.
dude. No,
it's at 1
Action
o'clock.
Jackson, dude. Action Jackson's about to be like, watch this, 100%. That's how I'm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's gonna be his game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that definitely will be
at
his.
he beat the
That's
Patriots.
his MVP statement game
He
right
beat the
there.
Patriots, but beating the 49ers defense as well. I mean,
Oh,
Top
ooh.
6. I mean,
Yeah.
you beat 1-2, and then if you beat the Bills,
way to assert your dominance in the MVP ladder.
if you beat Patriots, who are number 1, 49ers are number 2, and I'm looking ahead. They play the Bills. If they beat the Bills as the number 3 defense, good God.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Lamar
I'm just saying,
said, I'm here for rings.
Has it happened yet? I don't believe in Jimmy Garoppolo enough
Ray Lewis is coming back for a year.
for a game. Like,
Harry Rice is coming back.
so I don't,
Hey, Ray Rice is coming back.
at the
Oh.
at the 10-1, at 10-1, I kind of
Bolden started.
Oh God,
for which team? Because he played for both.
Oh well.
he's going Ravens.
Definitely
100%.
going Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Lamar.
Money.
Brothers.
Brothers in arms.
So here, and I thought about this earlier this week because I basically yesterday, earlier this week.
I thought about it
That
for a
was
lot
Sunday, 2
the
days
previous day.
Could this be a letdown game for the Ravens? They were so hyped. It's at Ravens.
You'll have the same effect on them that it had on us. It's like it kills your hype, but then you go back and answer in a different area where people aren't watching.
Yeah.
So similar situation for y'all in some aspects.
So I think as the 10-1
Jitters.
as the 10-1 team, the 49ers are probably the underdog, but the 49ers have done it pretty good against some pretty good teams.
Yeah.
So
Hey, dude.
Took us to the woodshed.
Fuck you guys.
I don't know. Like, I want to come back to that one.
It's a really fun game. I definitely would go with the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens. Action Jackson, baby. Let's do it.
I really
49ers have been high scoring too, like for you and the Seahawks, for example. But damn, I think the Ravens could do it too. It's
I'm
been
gonna
a high
take
scoring
the
game.
49ers just to be a little bit different. I think
And
this
had to
is
be
my upset.
racist.
This
Wow.
is the 10-1,
Oh,
and this is what I was kind of alluding to. The 10-1 upset, like the team that is 10-1. I'm picking them as my upset pick because I think that highly of the Ravens. So is that fair? Is that okay?
Sure.
High five, Kai.
I'm picking the Ravens.
Yeah,
Kai's
exactly.
picking the Ravens. All right. So when the Broncos win, so Rams Cardinals. So
You know what?
At Cardinals,
I'm going to give it to Arizona
I
for
think
real.
the Cardinals.
Shit on the
Yeah.
Ravens.
Dude,
Kyler
I'm
Murray's
gonna give
going
it to
through
Arizona.
5.
Yeah, that's, I'm
Is
gonna
that your
go
upset?
with it. I already
Going
went
with the
Miami, but I'm going to just pick Arizona. I think they're just going to win.
All right. I'm gonna take the Rams just because I've already picked.
We need deep fried Trubisky out there.
Yeah.
God, he's so vanilla.
Oh, Chargers at Broncos.
Oh man, I feel like Philip's going to start shelling out if these are his last few games. And I wanted to say San Diego, but it's not L.A.
Coming off the bye, I'm taking Chargers.
It's probably fair.
Yeah, just because Denver's whole quarterback situation, I don't trust Brandon. What's his name enough?
Brandon Allen.
Yeah.
Allen.
The least
talented of the Allens.
Allen out of the three in the league
for sure. Can't forget that. He's losing that race.
Yeah. Yeah. Raiders Chiefs. Interesting game at Chiefs.
After the Raiders just got embarrassed by the Jets, like here's the thing is if you're trying to enter back against that team, Derek Carr is not your guy.
Mahomes bounce back game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think Mahomes
at home. Think Andy Reid's gonna make it look like a fool? Hell no.
No. I'm picking Chiefs.
Not in the year of our Lord.
Chiefs as well, but I secretly I should just root for the Chiefs because the Raiders are in the wild card.
You have to.
But I for some reason I want the Raiders to do okay.
I'm sick of all the Patrick Mahomes stuff at this point. And then we talked about it like a while ago. Like he throws a football. Like there's 32 other cats that do that. He does it better than most.
I mean,
and I'm not discrediting any of his sidearm, any of his quick time decisions, but there's a lot of bad habits in there. Like if he gets comfortable throwing off his back foot, guess what?
He's just like any other quarterback.
He's curly-haired Tony Romo.
Damn, that's the episode name.
Curly-haired Tony Romo.
Nobody's clicking on that shit. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Texans Patriots at Texans.
Houston, I think.
Really?
That could be.
Still haven't gotten the passing game going.
Tell me why.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. Like I really was.
It could be a high-scoring game.
So here's my thought. Though, as far as the one weakness of the Patriots, mobile quarterbacks, they could not stop Lamar Jackson, and that's what won them the game. And as far as anybody in the league right now, Watson is the closest thing running, passing to Lamar.
Sure.
I think Will Fuller is playing really well right now. Hopkins. So Gilmore can only cover one of those guys.
Yeah.
Carlos Hyde, he's not like killing it, but he's putting up decent numbers. 16, 18 touches, like 80 to 100 yards. I mean, so he gets his number. Like he gets some numbers, but I mean, I think this could be another upset pick. Plus, fuck the Patriots.
Fine, you sold me. I'll go ahead. Well, I'll go for the Patriots. I'll go for Texans. Because I need the Patriots to lose for you.
Yeah, that's
where I'm going.
I'm also like I might be pulling.
I think the Texans definitely have the most. Because you were going to say, well, what I was going to say is they actually have two very talented wide receivers, and Stephon Gilmore can only be on one.
He can only be on one. And the Patriots have a great.
Yeah, their defense is great. Yeah, for sure. But
Gilmore is
in one spot,
only one, and those two receivers, if they didn't have both receivers, if both receivers weren't playing well right now. Yeah, I agree. So, all right, and then the Monday night game is this is a good one. Seahawks Vikings.
All right, I'm picking Seattle because I need Vikings to drop.
Same.
I mean, that's they can do it.
If they don't beat them,
well, here's the thing, though, for us especially, if Vikings win, but we beat the Vikings, then what does that say really about Minnesota and Seattle?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, those are the questions I need the answers to, so we're going to get there.
Who can stop Dalvin Cook for real?
Yeah.
I think I don't care like who wins as far as
that might be my game of the week. Maybe be my game of the week.
It's a Monday night, so you don't have to worry about it.
I said like game of the week for me.
Oh, like you're like
that might be the best game.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sure.
Okay, adding flair. Okay. Wow, new ideas.
No, I mean I'm good with that. I don't think that's a bad pick. I'm just saying, as far as like national media and stuff like that.
He was saying that should have been the actual game of the week was the 49ers Ravens.
Yeah,
I think it's the most exciting game of the week.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fine too.
This is right there. I think Texans Patriots is a big.
I mean, it is an explosive Monday night game for sure.
Yeah, Texans Patriots is a big game.
Wait, Texans Patriots was Sunday night.
That's Sunday night. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good too.
I think it's bigger and for what it means. Yeah. Because between the Packers and then the 49ers, there's a lot right on that game.
I mean,
I really wish they did it at a regular time. All those people didn't need to see that.
So Vikings.
I just play that one off camera.
I just think Russell Wilson's actually playing really well again. Like, and he has some weapons. Like Pete Carroll.
Now they do for sure.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's he's doing kind of his creative, like evil genius thing.
Pete Carroll said, "Let's put Josh Gordon on all the legal weed we can in Seattle."
I mean, it's legal.
It is. It's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Seattle. It's at Seattle. Seattle's a tough place to play. Yeah. It's a Monday night game.
If it rains,
it's over.
If it rains, Minnesota ain't winning. But I'm still picking Seattle, especially if it's in Seattle. I'm still picking Seattle.
It's at Seattle. I think
Because I need Chris Carson to do well, baby.
The other thing is they have the defense to do it.
If Clowney plays.
They're not Legion of Boom.
Yeah, if Clowney plays.
Yeah. I mean, but
should have kept ET3.
Yeah.
I think
they're all right. So that's picks for this week. But yeah.
So early recording, but we'll see what the next week brings because it's a holiday weekend. So
holiday week. Glad we got it in.
Yes, because Thursday would have been tight because it's Happy Thanksgiving, and
the whole Thanksgiving.
If you say Happy Holidays, fuck you. It's Thanksgiving. You can observe how you want, but it's Happy.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
On this show is Thanksgiving. Yeah. Dakota, is it Thanksgiving for you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on any of your beliefs.
Are you anything special? What do you?
Just gets to eat.
No. Yeah, that's the best thing about it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
He said, I'm going feast mode like Eddie Lacy.
What up?
Hell yeah.
Oh, so that'd be it. Then we kind of get a more of a palate refresh because if we do it on Tuesday, the games are fresher, and then we get set for the new week because we actually get the
true too
rest.
Mm-hmm. Weekend review.
Exactly, the weekend review. Yeah. Not changing the name, but
that's the name. That's the name for it already. A name? Oh,
Candy by 7's already the name. But anyway,
I mean the actual podcast. I mean, like that segment. Never mind.
You already brought us the game of the week. Slow your roll.
I was just saying. I had mine. You know what?
Like Dakota's game of the week is that one.
It could be you got yours too.
Game of the week's Packers game. Anytime Packers are playing, it's game of the week.
It wasn't last week.
No, it won't. No.
Before the game ends, it is definitely before it starts. It's definitely
dedicated though. Watch until they pulled all the starters. So, because after that, I was like, well, I'm already in bed. Might as well just go ahead and roll on over. Gotta be up early. 8 a.m. comes quick. Yeah. So, anyway.
Sorry, Aaron.
Episode 6 of Counting by 7. This is Dakota's first official episode.
Yay.
In its trial period.
So, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, for real, if you celebrate holidays that way. Yeah. Joy, if you go about Black Friday, don't cause a scene. Be nice to retail workers because they hate it just as much as you do.
Yeah. Well, you probably love it because you're out shopping.
Well, unless they don't have the item you want. People want to turn into
bitches. They could enjoy shopping in that.
Sure.
You know?
How about this? Be responsible, make good decisions, and if you're an ass, fuck you.
Good for everything.
we have 11 people that follow us, so
I'm Robbie.
I'm Justin.
I'm Dakota.
See ya
later. Bye.